has to be in there now, in case someone wanted to.
I just did it.
That was it.
No.
I hope nobody ever shows up. Do you know how awkward that is?
I kind of hope people do.
Has anyone ever shown up to anything?
No, nothing.
I mean, like this.
No.
Well,
I don't even know if anyone's shown up to a Ducky full board meeting.
No.
Like, on the board,
No.
that was not invited or like expected.
No. But what is it, like, we have to like give them up to 4 minutes,
3 minutes.
up to 3 minutes, and then like, do we ask them questions, or do they just get to like say their piece and like
Throw
leave?
them off the stage. That's so awkward.
So awkward.
Next piece to be previous meeting minutes.
Which we didn't have.
Yeah, so we're just skip.
I think did I put that in the email that
Yeah,
there
no,
was
that-
nothing? Okay, all right.
Yeah, so
Was our last meeting, was that April? That's
Nope.
what I've written down.
it was a while ago.
April
Was it
2nd.
even? We were trying to figure out if there
Yeah.
was one even.
Right here.
What?
Entertainment Committee,
Yeah.
Wednesday, April 2nd.
Were you here in April with Billy Hufford? I don't know.
Billy might have been.
Yeah, I know we've had one, but I know I've had to cancel a
Yeah.
couple because of other items.
April 2nd, check it out.
Next piece would be the convergence service provider. I know that possible action required, but I totally forgot to bring them, if I put it off, the Converge Media, in the potential invoice for this year, but they're not gonna invoice us for next year till November, so I don't have that one. I don't think there's much to look at, besides as long as we're all on the same page that they're gonna be doing January 1st to the end of December, so it's a full calendar year, which you've already kind of discussed. And I'm assuming still, they always say they're gonna probably bill us for the full 15,000 because, unless you know anything else about North Barstow.
It was in the packet, so if we want to talk about that a little bit later too, but, yeah, so I have met with Colin recently. So he is aware that we are looking at extending service into North Barstow Bend. It really has a lot to do with the city IT department and audio architects, but I've established that connection and we're working on a plan. So you said he was gonna bill in November of next year?
No, the bill this November,
Ah.
that's not quite there yet. I don't have anything to actually present on that. I just have the July to the end of this year,
I
And
think
then-
it would make sense.
so.
So this is weird. So yesterday, Kate reached out to Danessa to find out if even Decky could bill ahead for service work, right? Like, so right now we get paid at the end of each quarter, meaning we won't get our last payment from North Barstow until the beginning of next year. So it kind of throws off like what our expectation for the budget is or whatever. So like Earthbound is an organization that has been granted approval to bill for the quarter they're about to service.
So this is no different with the music.
So that's what I was gonna say, I'm not. So I don't know how Converge is
realize
allowed
that.
to do that because they make exceptions, but if Converge is gonna bill you 15,000 for the whole year, in this situation, I think it still makes sense to do 2 invoices. Maybe it's a year contract with a 6-month check-in, because at that point, or in June, we will know whether or not service will be up and running so that there's no like
Right.
back and forth of dollars.
I agree.
Yeah, so then you would just get a bill for,
I think for sure.
2,500.
I actually read the list. I thought for sure gonna be installing speakers and.
so North Barstow set aside money for the project intending on doing it. The biggest piece, sorry, I'm not reading brownies, is that, since technology has changed so much from when we installed 15 years ago to where we are now, the city in the past did not allow the bid or Converge or audio architects to join in on their network. So one of the biggest pieces was providing I don't know if I know the right words for this. I'll just say some equipment
I like that.
that can then connect to its own network that it's then streamed through. That's why we have a problem right now. That's no longer working. And so we have to figure out a new system. Well, Eau Claire Express, in Carson Park, just this last year with their upgrades, last year and a half, worked with the city and was allowed to join on the city network to be able to provide sound. So it exists. So I reached out and talked to IT yesterday. He's gonna find out if South Barstow bid, hence North Barstow bid, would be able to do that. If they can do that, this project will go a lot faster and will be more stable. Not, we need to find where, I think it's the controller, like where we put this thing, because it's not gonna be where it is now in Gibson. Most likely it would go over to Pablo, which is something we were looking at years ago, but at that point couldn't use the city's network, so we didn't do it. So my expectation is that by June of next year, we will know a lot more about what's happening. And I would even imagine that at that point, we probably will have plans to install speakers if we haven't already.
So
the
we're
money's
talking due to invoices, only with the intent that if North Barstow's up and running in 6 months, our second half of the
Like they
invoice,
bill you 2,500
be
instead of
less.
7,500, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
I do, yeah.
Instead of asking him to do like 2 6-month contracts, just.
Maybe
But
plan,
I'd really
plan
like,
for 2 hours, we can cut the second one, and, you know, if you can create, if not ready to
or
go.
quarterly, I mean, you're billing us quarterly, why wouldn't?
I wonder if we just do,
Quarterly until we know what the workload is gonna
Yeah.
look like.
And then the contract probably set up for a year, but there's probably a get out clause,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm guessing how slow things are gonna move, it won't be done until end of summer, fall anyways.
You don't know, man, I'm ready to. No,
And that's.
I'm good enough there.
Yeah,
Air
Jackie started investing in ladders.
All good, we probably just want quarterly payments on.
I think that makes sense.
It's just easier.
Yep.
And just as a point of like fully understanding how this operates, can you confirm just alongside, or maybe I can reach out to Janessa too, but like she was looking into whether or not Decky could be billed ahead of time or could bill ahead of time. So I don't know why.
Literally every one of our providers, Jen, she got approved to get paid ahead of time.
Only for material though.
For
It was very
materials.
like specific.
But we do it with garbage. We're doing it with music. I don't think with another service.
But I don't think you were doing it with music, right? Because it's like you
No,
didn't
because we
prepay.
pay, yeah, we prepaid.
Well,
I'm
'cause
pretty
for this
sure.
one we paid, I was a little late on the gun, but she sent this one out in May, and I think I paid, I sent it to you.
But they were saying that May was for the second half of the year.
Yes, we paid, yep.
Okay.
So we paid on that.
I don't know that this city was aware of that, right? So I just really think that, and this
Be
is where we
nice.
just need clarity. Like, how is billing allowed? So if we're setting up a contract with them, we just need to know. Once again,
Yep.
Decky will probably be paying this bill, and Decky can prepay.
Right.
So there's also like
I don't think
that
it was,
might go away.
I feel like they had no problem with music. It's just they never billed us on time. Oh, they forgot to bill us once.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and again, if Decky's taking over the contract, the city doesn't need any of that. Like we would definitely pay ahead of time. And if I'm getting lump sum, so it's kind of
Yeah.
a point of just,
We
Yeah.
just need to know. if
Close
there's-
your ears, does it really matter if they haven't caught it yet?
oh, no, it's just that like, again, I think if you guys do a service agreement with Decky, this all goes away.
Yeah.
It's just a matter if you don't, I'm just trying to find clarity so that like we can all move forward knowing like even if Dave keeps monies out, right? For lighting, Thomas Lee bills ahead of time too for things, but he's never been paid ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
He's been paid late. Yeah. So it's just like, I just want to know, but I kind of just spaced that if you guys all agree to work with us, then I'll pay the bill as soon as it comes in. But I still think I'd like quarterly,
Okay,
right?
I think I'll ask for quarterly, so.
I have a feeling if something goes south and I pay them front, then,
And then with Converge, right? So because we had that weird middle of the year like contract, so we've got like 7,500 from music going into our reserves from this year, which puts us at about 100 grand in reserves. So project time.
Yeah, we should do something.
Well, while we're kind of on the
there might be
topic of-
money from what we need to repair this year that you might want to use those dollars for.
Right.
So that's the next line item, but they're looking at two things. If the city allows you to get in their network, we'll upgrade the system now to prepare for when North Barstow adds on. Meaning like it
All
doesn't
these
have to run the
speakers.
same way. If they will not allow that, we're gonna have to figure out if the city providing the computer, or we're gonna have to have a computer that can run the program through.
That's the next piece.
Yeah.
Should we get on piece 4, so it's a service provider?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see really a good alternative. And when Billy was here, we were in a meeting, she said we don't need to find a quote for, I don't understand why, but
I don't think anyone does the service. So the only other thing would be like charter radio. And that was something the bid was like, absolutely not. It doesn't give you options. You don't have the ability to do programming. So at this point, they'd be like considered a sole source provider. I also just want you to know that you are like funding their organization at this point. And community radio is an important thing, so.
If, I have a note from our last meeting, the speakers, so if they were to get all replaced, if they all went out all at once, and there's what, 13 if I'm at Lexi?
17.
17, okay, and we're well over our 10-year shelf life at this point. Oh, that's, yeah, we're now at 13 years with them. So we might anticipate they fall, but you're saying if we work with the city system and we have to do an upgrade, does that mean getting all new speakers?
Hardware won't change.
Hardware.
It's just a matter of
Okay.
how we stream the
So what's like the
information.
dollar amount that we're looking at to do an update?
Yeah, so I reached out to them to get a quote for North Barstow for new speakers. You paid $1,000 a speaker initially, but that may have included labor to install, which you'd still have. That was 13 years ago. My guess would be inflation. So I don't know. I mean, I would like to throw like $1,250 or $1,300. It could be more than that, but it's gonna be more than 1,000 a
Per
speaker.
Okay. But that's
And-
only like when they go out. I mean, it's.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
we've had one go out in that whole time, and I don't even think the speaker was wrong. It was more of a connection issue that they've repaired.
Now, I'm also like, I mean, I don't know. Is there any reason that we wouldn't just do the update now? Do all new speakers and not wait for them? to
Oh yeah, no
individually
need to
go
do
out?
that. Those speakers could last you
Yeah,
another
I
decade.
definitely would not do that.
Yeah,
Don't fix it unless it's broken.
Yeah.
okay.
would we?
If we're not saving lives, if it goes out for a month, nobody's on life support, we're fine.
Converse just for item 4, as just
Mm.
possible action required, I don't think there's an action unless you want
It would have been only like,
to, want to stay with
if
them.
you guys
Yeah.
want to keep working with Converge, you could make it official, but again,
Official.
I think you should make it official. I don't think,
I don't
again,
think it-
there's no
Yeah.
really other good
Sure.
option.
Yeah.
Motion to make it official.
Second. While we're talking about speakers though, so we're just on Barstow, correct?
Yes.
Speakers?
Yes.
No,
Oh, there's Barstow's on
this is on Graham.
Graham?
You have 4 zones.
We need a map as we're talking.
There
about
should be
this.
a.
I'll get, so
I think
I'm
we should
in
get
the
a zone.
conversation with audio architects right now. They pulled up our information, so I will pull that from them. So there is 4 zones, and it kind of goes by, so there's 2 on Barstow, 2 on Graham. So if you wanted, which we've never used, well, we can turn down the volume of any one speaker at any point. But if you wanted to, for instance, have something playing over by Pablo that is different than what's in front of Acoustic Cafe, it can do that. We didn't do that because we never really had a service provider that could do that for us. And I don't know what the purpose would be. At one point, we had talked about like when Pablo was going to have a show, you know, customizing that music over there, but they also have their own sound system. So,
I'm kind of more talking like just, you know, I'm talking about this all the time. Like our district is more than Barstow. You know, we've got Graham, we've got Farwell, we've got Over Lake. So starting these conversations of like, slowly expanding into those different areas so that we take care of all of our district.
so here's the problem with across Lake Street, and there was the intention and maybe still plan to,
If it goes wireless though, wouldn't that be?
upgrade the streetscape. Well, no, because you still
You
need,
know, power.
the speakers will still need to be wired to something for electric, and then, you know, the stream can happen. You have old light poles over there that don't have
the capacity
Yeah.
for it. So like even in Phoenix Park on North Barstow, even though they have new light poles, they have certain ones that don't have the ability to connect power to, and Audio Architects like brought that to my attention. He's like, Phoenix Park won't work unless we're gonna pay to install it. So Lake Street to Wilson Park, Graham, Farwell, Barstow, at this point don't have the upgraded amenities to
Mhm.
support it. Once that happens, that's when you'd want to invest in it.
What did that cost? I know we did that, like, I think outside of your place, we got new electrical boxes at one
So
point.
those are,
Or did that happen
the
at the
ground?
streetscape?
And then these are within the light
Within the
poles.
light
So
bulbs.
similar to where you plug in your like electric for the
Yep.
Garland, that's where the speakers are wired and connected, and then the wires run down through the light pole.
Have we
into
ever
the-
just gotten that added too, or is it just not even possible?
to the old
The
light
old
poles?
light poles.
They're like concrete or something. They're like not.
Is that a
You would,
real
I mean, I
thing?
think you'd have a lot of infrastructure work like underground, but that's all going to happen when they redo that area. I think.
Are they redoing that area?
That's the intention.
Across Lake?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I mean, so similar streetscape, all of that will have to be replaced. And Farwell's gonna go under construction too. So
Right.
I would say it would be really great to have like a strategic plan for when that happens, that you have reserve balances. So probably conversation with Leah, looking at the CIP, I don't know if Lake Street's
Like doing
included.
that infrastructure as ground is ripped up.
The city's gonna put in the infrastructure and there'll
Mm.
probably be a TIF for that, just, special assessment to do it, just like at your home, if they're gonna repave the curb, you end up paying for it or whatever, like with a special added on tax. So those businesses will get taxed for that, but like,
I
it's not
wonder-
a bid, the bid should not offer to pay for that infrastructure that's built into the city.
So that's it. We've got a conversation looming with Stephanie where we've got to get an MOU of like who's in charge of what.
Exactly.
Like as far as irrigation, we pay for the work on it, but like when it needs to be fully reinstalled, like who's asks that. This feels very much that same way. Like,
Mhm.
hey, we can pay for the music, but you guys got to put in the outlet for us.
Yeah, and they
But
would,
it's like,
right.
we just have to have the conversation, let them know that's something
Yeah.
we're requesting if they could do.
Right, and I think if they do it, just like they did on South Barstow, there'll be public hearing sessions, they'll have a development and design plan that you'll look at. I can't imagine that they wouldn't use the same aesthetic light poles that they have that have the capacity to have a wire run through
They
them.
would, yeah, plus, I think they would love that, Music on Farwell, are you kidding?
Well, again, if it's gonna
Right
become
across
more of
the city.
a pedestrian area, because it's not gonna be four
Right.
lanes, yeah, absolutely.
And then what about Graham? What's, old light poles there too?
Nope, that you have speakers over there,
Oh,
but not across Lake.
okay.
So
All of
your
Graham- does
cutoff
all of Graham have the
Is
speakers?
Farwell has all old, and then Lake to the south,
Just, that's.
which
it,
is like
right.
2
Okay.
blocks of your district,
Okay.
Graham and
Well,
Farwell.
let's get a zone map, and then when I have that conversation with Stephanie, I'll just bring it forward where we're lagging
Yeah,
and see what they think about that.
okay.
Be sweet.
One other piece, the transit center just installed a speaker system that is like a simplified version of what you have, but it wouldn't be difficult to add on to be able to allow what you're streaming on South Barstow to be streamed inside of the transit center. And this was something that was proposed to me from city staff, Rod Onestill, who takes care of like the structures, like parking garage and transit center structure, mentioned that if we're going to be coordinating with Audio Architects, let's like kind of look at the full picture. So if the bid was interested, which I think is kind of cool, I just took a class today and the transit center is really nice. It would have been way cooler with some music.
And that wouldn't necessarily cost us.
It won't cost you anything.
We
It
just
would
have-
just be
We
the,
just gotta set it up.
Unless you have Wallace to do that.
that's what he said. And I think they're interested in it, right? Because
Who's the contact
for,
to get those speakers turned on?
so they don't have the system for the streaming yet.
Oh,
They have
okay.
like,
Yeah.
bus 18 is leaving in 15 minutes, or like we have a lost child or something. But their intention is to talk about, when it's not being used, would they want streaming service in?
Yeah.
They'd have to upgrade to do it on their own, but that
can
would be
work
something
on
they would
those.
do if South Barstow was open to letting the stream happen there. Like, they don't need their own contract, because then it could be different.
Well, exactly. I wouldn't see why not.
No, I mean, it just connects. No,
Yeah.
nobody beyond this room understands anything.
No.
Music is playing, it probably should be consistent with as soon as you walk out what you hear.
Are you having that conversation? Do we need to reach out?
I am in the middle of it right now.
Okay.
So first steps, I got an email back today from Audio Architects, but first steps is Bob from IT. Bob Nelson is reaching out to Audio Architects. There's a few different, they have like design people, sales people. It's kind of a mix of them that they're going to coordinate on. So the first step is they're going to chat, discuss if the city will allow both North and South Barstow to get on their network. If that answer is yes, which I imagine we will have within the next week or so, if it's yes, we can almost immediately get put on that network. IT will get that figured out, and then Converge, Colin will be made aware and can start the process of streaming again.
We don't need to
If-
make a motion or anything here. We can just let this happen.
If the answer is no, well, I guess I would just love to have like Jeremy be the contact to say yay or nay. So if if the answer is no, at this time, you can't join the city network for this reason, which would be very strange considering Carson Park is not actually public. It's owned privately. The organizers of, sorry, not Carson, what did you say? Eau Claire Express. They pay for a lot of like the upgrades there, right? So they just allowed Eau Claire Express to be able to join the network and stream how they need with their audio. So it'd be strange if we didn't. But if we didn't, then if the question would be, are we going till the end of the year to figure out how we can do that with no music? Or are we going to figure out an upgrade to the current, really the computer is the problem at this point. So it would be new equipment provided from either the city or Audio Architect that I assume you'll get charged for. Once that's in place, it can temporarily be housed where it is, or we could move it over to Pablo if Converge is ready for that. But it's going to be just like how we're doing it now. When I asked what the reality of like either one of these happening from Audio Architects before Halloween, because I'd like to spooky music, he said shouldn't be a problem. So as long as we get an answer one way or another, they'll know what to do, and I just need to have someone to be like, okay, but again, I can tell them we just want music.
Did they say how much this equipment would cost?
No, he's looking into it first. I think we'll get billed once we know, because it's either no equipment, we just do it, or a new computer. So, I mean, you're looking at less than $1,000.
Yeah, we play, that's what you're using money for, so.
Right.
Um,
And is there any reason that this box can't be housed at transit?
So
Like, that feels like a structure that's never not gonna be owned by the city versus like Pablo. I mean, I don't know.
So I don't think you're gonna need this crazy room that we have at all anymore, as long as we can go on the city
It's gonna
network.
be a box.
Yeah, so like the city at Transit is using their network anyway. It's really just the allowance of you guys connecting in. I think years ago, part of it was maybe security, like if someone could somehow manipulate and get in there and play whatever. But I think again, technology's advanced a lot and they're seeing no reason not to allow it. So did that answer your question?
Yeah, we wouldn't run into any problems with it being housed at Pablo, would we?
No, and that was
Or
actually,
if it's like easy to move, if we do need to move it.
so the original plan 15 years ago was because Gibson Ramp has been talked about coming down for over a decade. Like a decade ago, we were told it's at its end. And then they're like, it's still okay. So at that point, we were already like, well, what are we going to do with the equipment? And we were negotiating with Pablo, and that was kind of like right when they first opened. Verge didn't have, we were using Charter Radio, but basically, there would be no one overseeing it, and we'd need a key to get in there to do something.
Right.
So that was more of the issue is like, is Pablo willing to take on the work to handle this when the system goes out, or is Decky allowed to come over and get in there?
Gotcha.
Never happened. With Converge having an office there, or at least Julie being the chair of Converge and Visit Eau Claire and Sculpture Tour, it should be no problem.
Cool. Yeah, sweet.
Works for me.
Right now, you're in the cahoots with all the audio architects, so keep us posted on that.
And I just love talking about tech stuff with my girl brain.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just like, I'm gonna throw some words at you.
Do you need us to help out in any way? Have any
No,
conversations?
I think this is a little taste of what you get next year with me doing it. So the goal would be I come here, tell you what's happening. You're like, cool, sweet, love it.
That's why I'll try to encourage Dave to.
I think he will. I think he might vote no just to get it on paper.
Vote no, we just need everybody else to say.
The thing is,
Majority.
as soon as he decides it's time to officially retire, I
He's up
cannot
this
picture
year.
the next person being like, nope, I really want to negotiate these contracts mostly. Like, I just don't.
wanna do any of that.
I don't think
even
so,
wanna
but-
be on the exec board.
Oh, Jeremy, you were filling. Well, didn't he pressure you into it?
Probably.
It was Dave, I remember.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I could ask these people or whatever. He's like, Jeremy will be great. Jeremy wants to.
And then
do
we
it."
asked you and you're like, I mean, I guess I
Yeah.
can.
It's just- I was like,
Cool.
So all good there. I don't think there's any action required for that. We already reviewed the Converge, talked about the Converge contract. We'll skip to 7. I think 7 and 9 are kind of the same, but review the fall
Okay.
waivers for the
what's in here?
speakers, if there's any changes that you want to do for 2026.
I put in a very like loose calendar. This is deck events / partnered events or South Barstow businesses. So the escape room is the Schlegel Milch House.
Yes.
Mhm.
If you wanted anything, this is kind of the time it's running. So it could be like spooky stuff is happening, escape room, they could say something if you wanted. Ski Press Sprite says their haunted house.
Do we need to come up with like the lingo for them, or they kind of?
Colin will do it. I would probably inform him a little more on what it is, but it would just be, it's like 10 seconds,
Will there be issues? I don't have any problem actually if they wanted to do that. Will there be any issue of people saying like, well, obviously it's someone's business that puts it on, right?
So, yeah, Schlegel Milch House is, it's a nonprofit. It's for the museum, Chippewa Valley Museum. And the city and Visit Eau Claire do give money to them to exist. I think it's more about like your bid has cool spooky season stuff happening. And maybe it's not even this. Maybe it's like, join us in the South Barstow District for spooky season. Check out the escape room, Ski Sprite haunted house, and trick or treat on like it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But again, if you guys want to leave out any of that and just do decky stuff, we can do the trick or treat. Zombie Pug Crawl is on there because it's the same day, but that is also private, but it's happening in South Barstow.
I don't have any problem with doing those. I think it's, like you said, it's advertising, it's showcasing kind of what we have going on down
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Check it
Yeah, you
out.
guys got cool stuff for spooky season, like.
Well, and it follows all the conversations we've had before of like, not just putting like, hey, country jams in town or,
Yeah.
blue box, like it's specific to our district and things happening. So,
And these businesses, pay into the bid if they're taxable.
yeah,
Anyone have any issue with having those ones?
not at all.
The one thing they did was like, this is like, streaming by Converge Radio, brought to you by South Barstow District. Do you still like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
barely
it helps
ever
place
hear it,
me.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's been happening for a little while because we never provided like updated scripts, but I think we could.
Sounds good to me. So, yeah.
And then I will provide you guys, I don't know how often you're meeting next year and really, we'll get in a cadence with this where it's not a big deal, but this is just through the end of the year because we haven't determined kind of next year stuff, but even on a quarterly basis, I can kind of provide the,
Yeah.
general what's
It
happening.
was one thing me and Erin were talking about yesterday, Jeremy, is like moving forward, we've only got the 3 committees now. We just have entertainment, landscape, lighting. And we only met like twice this year?
Mhm.
And
Long goes April.
yeah.
Yeah.
And did that feel like enough? Or, like moving into next year, just thinking ahead of time, do you want to add more? Do a quarterly one with the bill coming out with Converge or don't?
I would say, so just because as this relates to Decky, because I'm kind of setting this up for each bid individually, and like you're committing $20,000, whereas like Water Street's committing 12, right? So for $20,000 you get, and I'm putting it in the contract.
Mhm.
But we were talking about that too, because you guys have more committees. So it was like, my goal would be to see you guys hopefully get down to like quarterly full board meetings.
Yeah.
As many as exec meetings as you need, hopefully around 6, but it could be more as needed. And then with your committee meetings, I wouldn't necessarily have to be at all of them, that's it, but we
No.
could give you up to 6 additional committee meetings beyond your exec and full board that we can help provide agendas for, create packets, be there for it. Not that we wouldn't be doing work for your committee in the interim, but just like the meetings. What I don't want to do, because if you guys, so even if we did that setup, that's 18 meetings for South Barstow alone. And now I've got 3 other bids.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see my calendar be 60 bid meetings when more of my work can be done
Do you think we could
outside
just,
the meeting.
maybe do one at the beginning of the year, sometime in the summer, just 2 meetings, and if we need to
Mhm.
Yeah,
reach out and say, hey, do we need to?
I think so. Well, and here's the other thing is, working with Decky, we no longer have to follow like city rules. So if Aaron if we need to talk about something, as long as Decky sets up the meeting, we can have those conversations without posting them.
If you
Right.
have 2 of you. So like if Rita didn't want to
Right.
talk about it and you
Mhm.
guys were like, hey,
Rita's okay now.
Yeah. and again, yeah, so I can easily reach out to just you 2 and say, hey, do you want to move forward with this?
Yeah,
And we can go forward.
yeah. So I
Um,
mean, less meetings are just
yeah.
necessary.
I-
really.
Not going to complain about that.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Okay.
That works. You want to go into November? Do you want to kind of approve these things right off the bat? Basically,
So my thought would be spooky season just in general. I just want to give you an update. So winter walkabout is so we're gonna be doing for holiday season, Small Business Saturday, which, oh, it's on there. We are separating out our Haymarket holiday event from Small Business Saturday this year, pushing it a week later. And we're gonna combine forces with Volume 1 Santa Rampage. So that Small Business Saturday, we can focus on marketing you guys and doing some fun stuff in store on that day to get people into the district. And then
Santa Rampage, the bike event.
that's
Yeah,
cool. And the day before the Haymarket holiday and Santa Rampage is the Clearwater Winter Parade. And so that's in West Grand District, but you have tons of people walking through your district. You can see the fireworks from there, all that stuff. So for the winter walkabout, this was brought to us from 3 South Barstow business owners who wanted to just do more kind of micro events in their shops. So similar to like a Sidewalk Saturdays. So they're like to hype up Small Business Saturday for the month of November. They want to, with Decky's support, kind of get a message out about encouraging businesses to stay open till 8 p.m. on the Friday nights, Fridays, Saturdays, whatever. And then maybe plan something a little extra. So maybe it's a giveaway or it's a taste testing or it's a musician in your storefront or something, as a way to encourage people to come to plan their Friday night evenings around shopping local, gear up for the holiday. So we're working with them on that. We'll also have the winter window competition that kind of corresponds with that. So people can walk around and look at the fun storefronts, maybe pop in and do a special activity on a Friday night, whatever. So just, we're really trying to build up our marketing back around, as many of you've noticed, it's not just a day anymore, because there's so many just days. We really just want to get people comfortable with shopping downtown for the holidays, like all month long. So that's kind of the idea there. So it could be something like, join us this holiday season to check out like whatever. So also you'll all be hearing about it and you should sign up. And decorate your storefront.
Fantastic.
This is very random. When you decorate the storefronts, have you ever thought about seeing if you ever want to like have like artists come in? If like the individual businesses can say, yeah, you can decorate mine, maybe the business pays for supplies.
Yeah, so actually you should join the Decky board. You're so creative.
It's been the first year.
It's just another 24 meetings a year.
Yeah, so what I feel like the separation from the city is allowing us more independence to be creative and do these things. And now I'm getting kind of staff support for it. So what we thought about would be like, so we're finding that the same businesses who probably already purchased the decorations for these things are the ones who are doing spooky storefront and wintertime windows. There's a lot of other businesses I think that would be interested if they didn't have to do it themselves, right? So what would be really cool is if we could set up like correspond with maybe Artfly or another downtown group would be like, or mural club, and be like, hey, we have X amount of businesses looking for artists installed. It would be nice to have like a stipend for them, and possibly some of your sponsorship dollars from Decky could go to that, or a business could buy in, because, artists need to get paid for what they do. Or maybe it's a grant program we set up through Decky. So
We have somebody donate their time to paint Benny's wood.
I was gonna just do it guerrilla style.
I'm not even kidding. I was like, can I call him and just paint it fucking black? It looks like shit. Have you driven by it, Graham? He's got boards
Do you
on
know
the
how
windows
long
that have been there
this
for like
has
10
been?
years.
This has been, do you know?
Neighborhood services actually, it might be
I
a
can't
code
even, like,
violation.
It should be a code violation.
Submit a
Nobody
complaint.
else is like boarding up their windows in our downtown.
So you can submit a complaint to
Good.
neighborhood services, because you
We should.
cannot have in a retail district boarded up windows for, like, unless it's getting repaired, right? There's a short time frame. So.
Do we
you
give him
must
the
do
opportunity to
something
paint
about
it first or like?
I mean, I can talk about it. Benny's gonna.
Why?
Yeah.
Why paint it? Take the fucking boards off and replace the windows. Sorry,
You own a building.
sorry.
Take care of
That's
it.
like, guess what?
Business
I own a
ownership
building.
number one.
Yeah, or just like owning a thing.
I know.
Well, Marathon, their photo, like, line finish is literally facing boarded up window. And I told them last year, like, just put your signs up over it or something, like, that's crazy.
But like, actually, like, how do we not make this awkward and call it out at like full board meeting or something? I mean,
I'll talk to Benny. He reached out and wished me happy birthday.
I know, that's why I know he was texting you.
I'll talk to him.
Tell him it's on my radar.
I'll just tell him that I know his staff and they'd love to paint it. I'll ask Trevor to go out and paint. You know what? I'm just gonna have Trevor to go paint it.
I'll just replace your
We
window.
just replace the windows.
Can
Don't
I
get offered
ask
to paint
where
the boards over the
You
windows. Yeah, there's not
submit
supposed to be boards
like
over the
code
windows.
violation issues like that? Is there like a form on neighborhood services?
It's actually right on the main website. Maybe I'll send it out to you.
Could you?
I mean, that'd be
Just-
helpful.
Just say there's been, and again, I don't care, blame it on me. Just say there's been a lot of complaints that have been coming to you and I, with Bid and with Decky, and it's just at a point now where like we feel like we should submit a code violation
Yeah.
unless he just wants to take the fuck care of it. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess it's being-
The code violation
I don't
typically,
care.
I think Benny's been getting
You've
some
never
notices.
put boards on your building. with
Well, no,
you.
because he knows that
No,
people don't
because
want to
that's
come
not
in and with their
appropriate.
kids to buy ice cream in a place that looks like they're gonna be stolen.
When someone threw a rock from their front door, I probably should have worked that up. That was cool.
Just paint it. If you're gonna put a board up, just paint it and then nobody will complain.
So,
Yes, side note, sorry.
Yeah.
Got me thinking about murals because I drove by it today and I was like, should I like to just paint that? Okay.
should we finish the? what-
Yeah, we'll get back to the agenda.
I don't have any
sorry.
problems with, if you wanna go
Yeah.
ahead and do what we have for October, November, December, unless someone else has them. I think it's nice to showcase what we have.
So what I'm gonna do from here, what I'd like to do is as soon as not as soon as, I'll write up just the basic, they're gonna be very basic scripts. Probably one for spooky season and one for holiday, okay? I'll write it up. You guys can have eyes on it and let's see any major problems. Say, go ahead. I'll get that in Colin's hands. So once the speaker system can start up and running, he can go. And then would you guys be okay with us playing some spooky music?
Yeah.
On okay.
100%.
Cool.
Only have it that way.
And then for holiday music, they always incorporated some good stuff. Do you want all holiday music all the time from Thanksgiving to Christmas? Or is it going to be like weekend? Freedom.
I love, Christmas it's my time, okay?
I love holiday
Christmas
music.
decorations go up the weekend after Halloween in my house.
Ooh.
All day, every day, though, holiday music is a
No.
little intense downtown. Like,
Sorry.
I think it's great to do it
Mhm.
throughout every day. Like, I don't think it should just be the weekends and then it's nothing but holiday music on the weekends. Just pepper in
Yeah.
holiday music and non-holiday music throughout the season.
And that's
Is
what I
think.
think
Or
they've done.
just like, what
Yeah,
about like?
I think
just
that
in
is what they've
evenings?
done in the past, but
Just
What, like
Like
evening?
just in the evening.
That kind of makes sense.
Cause that's like a brand new crowd coming in.
that's fine. Whatever it is, I just don't think it should be like
Not during-
all day, every day for this period
Like
of
putting
time.
a spurt in for an hour or two during the afternoon or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think peppered in or like, during an event, like during Santa Rampage, yeah, man, That's the holiday music for that entire event,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I agree.
I'm so totally supportive of that. I just think from November to the end of December, all day, every fucking day. Even though not every day, but like all day long.
I feel like I'm
It's
talking
just
to my
like a lot.
employees. I'm like, you gotta play a little holiday music. They're like, no. And then I come in when they don't expect me, and it's like not even the channel we approve. It's like Metallica or like.
I'm saying holiday music, yes, you have to. I just think like
Yeah.
all day, every day is a lot.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. I'll let them know, and then I'll send that over to you guys. And then again, as soon as I have any information, I'll let you know what's happening.
What about like the week or something of Christmas? You wanna do then that one be good?
Maybe I'll just do a little heavier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like all day, every day.
Um,
For 7 days.
at least that's fine. We're cutting it off.
Yeah.
I think that's fun. And then I think, although this isn't lighting committee, it makes sense entertainment wise. Last year we did put the lights on, like we just covered the sensor. So the lights were on pretty much all the time in December.
I love that.
So
Do it.
cloudy days looks nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, it really does. I noticed that. That was really nice.
It is nice.
It is.
Cause like, even if it's sunny, you can see them, but
Mhm.
like really when it's kind of
Yeah.
like drizzly and
Yeah,
gross.
When it's like
Mhm.
dark at 3:30 PM.
Yes.
Coming. Actually, when
Perfect.
is daylight savings? Is that like coming
I
up?
think it's November.
After things, or it's after Halloween,
Okay.
usually the weekend after now.
You know, I don't even know anymore.
Your children sleep in a little later this time of year? Before daylight savings? Oh, and so does.
Oh,
Except
no.
for today,
I've
but
got a
most of the time.
middle
it sleeps
schooler
in
has to be
later.
on the buses.
Oh, sure.
Are we at the last agenda item? I just have another
Yeah.
meeting, but I do have an announcement, and so it kind of ties in. I am meeting with Fist Eau Claire and the city of Eau Claire about 4th of July. Planning something because we invest as a city in fireworks, and this last year they were the quiet ones. We have all these people downtown, and the only thing to do is to go to the fireworks. There's just like not other activities going on. So they want to develop it, mostly Visit Eau Claire, looking for tourist draw. Becky's gonna be involved. Just kind of giving you a heads up. So in case South Barstow has any interest in having a party, doing something fun.
We tried at the Lakely and nobody showed up.
When was that?
2022.
You talking about 4th of July, you said?
We tried to have like a big parking lot, like we closed off the parking lot. Nobody came.
You know what?
Yeah.
I mean, even, I worked at Stone's for like, what, 20 years ago. And I know it's a very different landscape, but we had tried for years, like fluffing up the 4th of July holiday. And
I don't know if
I mean, I
everybody-
think people head out of town. But there are people here,
I
but
tried reaching out to like the brewing project, cause they do something over there.
they'll be,
That
so,
makes sense.
because it's a cannery district.
And you're outside, like they have a big outside area.
Just see how it.
And I think Decky did like Haymarket Plaza during like a event during that time. But I really think if anything happens, it's not gonna be in the district. It's gonna be in the cannery area off of Madison, so North Barstow. And like I went to them last year, it was cool. They closed off the bridge, you just go out. So it'd be kind of cool to see like maybe vendors or food trucks or something going on like a little more lively during the day, but I don't see it affecting South Barstow district.
No.
I don't.
And I would love to like not work every holiday.
Yeah, right.
Why?
Take that one.
I don't know.
Can I know we're like, I don't know if we're kind of on other business or what, but what does our budget look like right now? Do we have
Oh, for
any?
banners too.
Yeah,
I think we have 2,000 remaining if my memory serves correct.
okay.
So that's why I have it in here, potentially discuss new banners if you ever need them, but I know it's someone's your.
I mean, I know, right? We talk about expanding a little bit every year. I mean, 2000's a chunk of change. Should we
Yeah.
get some more holiday banners?
Yeah, so North Barstow is adding, they only have about like 15 banners up in their district and they're the old ones. They wanted to do new ones and they actually just approved at their board that they just want to copy your banners and change it to say North
For
Barstow.
holiday? Or
For both.
oh,
They're gonna, so they're hoping to get up holiday banners in their district.
Different colors or is it?
They don't want to do different colors.
Okay, just
So-
keep it consistent.
Yeah, so,
I think for the holiday ones, that makes sense to keep it the same colors, because what other colors are they gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
For
so,
standard banners, that's.
well, so in part, like Julia did one. Julia wanted different ones. The board was more like, so I did just attend a Main Street meeting and something that they talked about is like consistency across your downtown, like so that you feel like you're in a space and a place. And with North and South Barstow being just like a arbitrary line,
Yeah.
I think what it does for your district is just makes it feel connected,
Bigger.
right? So it would say North Barstow, but you also have the 4 different colors. So it really just, without an investment, it kind of expands the program you have and just makes it more cohesive. That being said, if you guys change them, it's not necessarily that they're gonna match that. So there's gonna be more banners going up like right by you, basically that way, starting for holiday. But if you guys want new designs and want to do that, certainly we can talk about it.
We don't have no banners on Graham, right? That's where they get wrapped instead.
No, there's banners on Graham.
The Christmas ones or the holiday ones?
Yeah.
I thought we didn't get full.
So you have
placement of those.
snowflake and then banner and then like snowflake
But
and then banners. Yeah, I have pictures of it. So Graham does have a spattering of them.
Okay,
So, and I think you guys have like 40 spaces for banners within the downtown.
yeah.
And you have more summer, spring banners than you have.
Are there
because of
still like
snowflake.
banner connects over Lake?
So Lake Street has banners, but not beyond. They're the old ones. So you have like one random old banner on
Yeah, I know.
Farwell and one on
See it every day.
So
It's
it
the
is
baby blue one.
so high up that they would have to have a lift out there. And because Farwell's like crazy,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's just why they haven't taken it down.
Mhm.
It can be done. They built for it. The other thing is, what was I gonna say?
I'm just trying to figure out if we
Oh,
can use our
got it.
budget up and buy more banners.
Well,
Holiday.
what is needed is the banner arms are all used up and we are finding we need more banner arms. And then there's like a piece that goes on there that goes specifically into the style light poles you have that like a nut that like turns whatever. And those are getting worn down. And so can't use some of the banner arms because of it. So it would be a smart, I'm looking in for North Barstow's and add more banners. We got them from a very specific company that works with this type of light pole.
Mhm.
So we need more of those. Sean said they have maybe 20 of them and not all of them are usable anymore. So the problem will become that we'll have one banner pull up, but we don't have another one to be able to put in because of this nut thing. So I can get you guys a quote on what those cost and it would be smart to invest in X amount to have on hand for replacement.
What was the cost of a banner again?
Banners range between, again, depending what company we go with. I just did quotes for Water Street. They range anywhere between like $55 and $75 a piece for
That's what I thought.
the
Okay.
30 by 60 weatherproof. University Printing did the ones for Water Street. They turned out great. They're a hair more expensive, but they're super fast turnaround. Otherwise, you guys have been using Allegra, which used to be fast or is also Fast Signs. It's kind of
And they already have the image, so it's like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I guess I would just like, again, request like if we can get a map, not only where the zones are for the music, like maybe where speakers are, maybe where banners are.
I'd like to do an updated one. I have to do a walkabout
Yeah.
for North. The last banner map we had was what Sarah Larson put together. And it was
Yeah.
more when we were looking at potentially charging folks to put up their own banners. So that there was like no more than 20 and they go on these poles so that there wasn't like overwhelming. So the only people that have used it was
Yeah.
Jazz and Marathon.
What, when do the holiday ones go up?
November, so.
Yeah, so Sean is
Okay.
looking.
So even if we wanted to add holiday, it's probably too quick a turnaround at this point.
Well, no, because I'm ordering them for North Barstow and you would get a quantity discount at that point. So, but I can spend my own money on North Barstow and you guys can't. But anyway, I can find out. And
Okay.
then
Yeah,
they
I
go
just
up the second.
have it in my mind that we were supposed to add holiday every year or something, but I don't remember where they all were situated. That's my only problem.
Yeah, and maybe I can work with Sean on getting that because he's the guy that's installing it. And now it's really about where has banner poles already up, right? Versus like which one's fall down. So second week in November, he's going to do the garland through the whole district. And now West Grand and North Barstow are getting garland too. To me, like a 2 to 3 day project. And then banners and snowflakes will go up at that point.
Even though we're not directly working with you, can they still use their lift in one
Yep.
big swoop?
Yep, they'll divide it. So basically you're splitting the lift cost between 3 bids.
I mean, yeah, it just $2,000 is, that's a pretty hefty amount. We can get hardware and new banners, and we have more flooding into our budget next year for banners.
You wanna go like 10 banners and then see what we need for hardware and get some hardware, then we need some money, obviously, to get the
Yeah.
installation still done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Definitely about it.
So North Barstow is gonna get 50,
Yeah, I think 10.
50 banner poles, I think. And then the bases to go with it. And then I think it makes sense to add, if you're gonna add 10 banners, why don't we add maybe
10.
I was gonna say 10 to 14 poles.
I don't know. I don't know if we need to make a motion, but I would say just use up our $2,000. I mean, this is an investment that's not gonna not get used.
Do you remember how much it was for the installation of that?
Installation of banners.
Yeah.
Be like that. Yeah, so that comes out of it's really hard because he does it at the same time he does the garland. So he kind of divided the labor, but I'm almost positive that you guys paid it out of Dave's budget because Dave was like,
God, it was a mess last
Super
year.
frustrated.
Something happened.
it was like $3,500 to get the garland.
They like accidentally put them on the
and
poles or something, and then
yeah, that was summer banner.
oh, and then we couldn't get them paid because we didn't
Yeah.
get quotes
horrible.
beforehand. It was
I can find out. There was a quote. In general, you guys spend roughly about $5,000 to get the garland, the banners, the lift, the snowflakes up. So I don't know what piece of that was.
I guess knowing that we have $2,000 and we want roughly 10, and there's a cost involved in install.
Yeah.
I mean, you can work within those.
And then the other piece with Sean, he mentioned to me, like, going up and putting up a banner on poles that exist is pretty quick. But if they're installing new banner poles because of like measuring and height, it just takes a little longer. So there's a little more labor at the initial install for those types of things.
Remember it being that expensive.
Mm-mm. He just tracks by the hour. He has 2 guys that go out, and so it's roughly
Just-
$85 to $90 an hour.
Yeah, switch out in March, about 60 banners. Just like give, I don't know what the quantity of 18 is, but you're at $1,500 for that.
That would make $3,500 for the other part. Okay, that makes sense.
So how much is the install portion?
It's the 1,500 about,
18
Oh.
hours.
that was about 18 hours, right? So,
But that was,
But that's 2 people, so it's 9 hours for 2 staff to go do it.
so we might not have a lot left over for hardware.
I wonder if we just do the installation hardware, we need more money next year, we can go with new banners.
Yeah.
For now. We get hardware, maybe more than
That would
that.
cover everything.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, they've got the lift out. Should we have them take that one down on North?
Take the one.
That
Possibly,
thing
I can
is
ask.
subsidized, so I hate it so much.
I hate it too. Let me just ask him about it again.
Yeah, I mean, if they're like already gonna be out, it's not like we're having to
Yeah.
have them come back out with the lift, so yeah, if they're willing.
I
Do we need to make a
think
motion?
to be a jerk, but I have to get to
Yeah.
the.
No.
You make a motion to save her.
Make a motion to spend up to 2,000 for installation and equipment? New brackets, I mean? Okay, that sound good. We can spend that money.
My next meeting.
Are you're in contact with the hardware and stuff like that, want me to?
Yeah, I am because I have to find out. So I'm gonna go to the company we originally purchased from. I assume I need to get quotes. And so I have to figure out what it is and then find out who else carries it and get quotes. But yes, I'm in, because North Barstow wants to get these up in the next
Okay,
month.
You're in cahoots with the hardware.
Working on it.
I know that you can do all the work, but you can lean on us too.
I know I will.
If there
I'm,
does need to be like calls, we can help with that,
yeah,
We're used to doing lots, so this is weird.
no, I'd love to.
I appreciate it, but I mean, yeah,
I'd love to. I'm
while you got a
feeling
lot on your plate.
overwhelmed for sure. With it's mostly just the onboard. It's a lot with Matt leaving and onboarding. And
Yeah.
just it's like Decky is a teenager or no middle schooler, but it's like we're starting over again, right? Because it's totally different. So I feel like we're in this like weird growing pain zone, but I'll be okay.
Anything else? Otherwise, media adjourned. Good.
Meeting adjourned.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we do a new season for Bannon's next year.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we got cool holidays, we got cool
All right, I gotta go.
summer or just regular
For
ones.
water.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
Again,
I just got the
fun
operating
ideas.
plan
Holidays, or,
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
From Janessa?
from Janessa and Dave, yes.
Oh,
So